Chapter 1: The Quiet Landlord's Awakening. In the bustling heart of Chicago, where skyscrapers kissed the clouds and the streets hummed with endless ambition, lived Sophia Reynolds, a 68-year-old widow who had turned grief into grit. Her husband, Thomas, had passed away 20 years ago from a sudden heart attack, leaving her with a modest inheritance and a mountain of bills. But Sophia was no ordinary woman. As a former nurse, she had seen life and death up close, and she knew how to heal, not just bodies, but broken dreams. Over the decades, Sophia had quietly accumulated 4 small apartment buildings in the city's working-class neighborhoods. She bought them one by one, scraping together down payments from overtime shifts, smart stock picks, and relentless saving. Each building was a testament to her resilience. Brick structures with creaky stairs, cozy units rented to families and young professionals who appreciated her fair rents and quick repairs. Sophia managed them herself, handling leaky faucets at midnight and evicting deadbeats with firm but fair notices. To the outside world, she was just the old landlady, harmless, forgettable, perhaps even pitiable. Her only son, Daniel, was 42 now, married to Lisa, a sharp-tongued marketing executive with a taste for luxury. They had 2 children, Emma and Jack, aged 10 and 8, whom Sophia adored. Daniel worked in tech sales, pulling in a decent salary, but always chasing more. Lisa, with her Instagram-perfect life, often complained about their cramped condo. "We need space for the kids," she'd say at family dinners, her eyes flicking toward Sophia with calculated innocence. It started subtly. One evening, over coffee in Sophia's modest 2-bedroom apartment atop one of her buildings, Daniel broached the subject. "Mom, you've got these 4 buildings. They're a lot for you to handle at your age. Maybe let us help manage one, for the grandkids' future." Sophia smiled, her nurse's intuition sensing the undercurrent. "I'm managing just fine, dear, but if you need help with anything, just ask." Lisa's smile was tight. "It's not about help, it's about legacy. Emma and Jack could use one as a college fund someday." Sophia changed the subject, but the seed was planted. Weeks later, tenants in her flagship building, a red brick walk-up on Elm Street, began complaining. Noisy repairs that weren't needed, anonymous notes about neglect, even a fake inspection report claiming structural issues. Sophia traced it back. Daniel had been visiting, helping with maintenance. Then came the bombshell, a letter from a lawyer claiming Sophia was unfit to manage due to early signs of dementia. Attached was a medical report from a clinic she'd never visited, signed by a Dr. Harlan, diagnosing her with cognitive decline. Her heart raced as she read it. "How dare they?" she whispered to the empty room. But Sophia didn't panic. She had records, decades of bank statements, tenant ledgers, even video footage from security cameras she'd installed years ago after a break-in scare. And she had friends. Retired colleagues from the hospital, one a lawyer, another a doctor who could debunk the fraud. That night, as she sipped tea in her quiet kitchen, Sophia began planning. She wouldn't confront them yet. No, she'd let them dig deeper. Chapter 2: The Family Farm's Silent Betrayal. Sophia's empire wasn't limited to the city. 30 miles outside Chicago lay the Reynolds family farm, a 50-acre spread of rolling fields, a sturdy barn, and a cozy farmhouse where she and Thomas had spent weekends dreaming of retirement. After his death, Sophia had kept it running, leasing parts to local farmers for organic crops and using the income to fund her apartments. It was her sanctuary, a place of dirt under nails and fresh air that reminded her of simpler times. Daniel and Lisa had visited often in the early years of their marriage, picnicking with the kids under the old oak tree. But lately, their visits carried an agenda. "This land could be worth millions to developers, Mom," Daniel said one sunny afternoon as Emma chased butterflies in the meadow. Leave think of what we could do. Private schools, a bigger house? Lisa nodded eagerly. It's neglected out here. You're not even farming it yourself anymore. The farm wasn't neglected. Sophia oversaw everything remotely, with trusted locals handling the day-to-day. But soon after, strange things happened. Equipment went missing, a tractor borrowed by Daniel for repairs that never returned. Livestock fences were cut, leading to complaints from neighbors. Then online rumors spread on local forums. Old widow letting the place fall apart. Sophia checked the IP addresses, traced back to Lisa's work computer. The clincher came when Sophia received a property appraisal in the mail, unsolicited. The farm was valued at $2.5 million, with a note scribbled in Daniel's handwriting, "Sell now, secure future." Attached was another document, a petition to transfer the deed to Daniel under an incapacity clause, citing the same fake dementia report. Her heart raced as she read it. "How dare they?" she whispered to the empty room. But Sophia didn't panic. She had records, photos of the undamaged farm, witness statements from lessees, even soil samples proving productivity. Meanwhile, Lisa posted on social media a photo of the farm's sunset captioned, "Our future family retreat, #blessed, #farmlifedreams." Comments poured in from friends. "Congrats on the inheritance." Sophia screenshotted everything, her tech-savvy side, honed from online nursing courses, turning their bragging into ammunition. She knew the trap was set. They thought her isolated, but the farm had roots, deep, unyielding ones. Chapter 3. The Lake Cabin's Viral Trap. The final piece of Sophia's world was her lake cabin, a serene wooden retreat on Lake Michigan's shore, bought piecemeal over 25 years with nursing bonuses and side gigs. It was her escape, a 2-bedroom haven with a dock, antique furniture, and walls lined with books. She visited monthly, fishing at dawn and reading by the fire. Daniel and Lisa escalated here. One weekend, Sophia arrived to find the cabin occupied, cars in the drive, laughter echoing from the porch. Lisa's extended family was there, her sister, brother-in-law, and a gaggle of cousins. "Surprise family vacation," Lisa beamed, as if it were her place. Daniel said it was okay. The kids need this space. Inside, chaos, stains on her heirloom lugs, her antique writing desk scratched, even her late mother's jewelry box rifled through. "We thought you'd be happy," Daniel said sheepishly. "It's empty most of the year." Sophia played along, smiling through gritted teeth. "Of course, dear. Enjoy." But as she forgot items and returned quietly, she documented photos of damages, audio recordings of Lisa boasting on phone calls about taking over Grandma's old shack. Lisa went full influencer mode. TikToks and Instagrams flooded her feed. "Finally, our dream lake cabin. #lake life. #family paradise. #new chapter." She even started a GoFundMe, "Renovating our inherited cabin for the grandkids. Help us make memories." Donations trickled in, friends tagging it as "congrats on the upgrade." Sophia watched from afar, her heart aching but her mind sharp. The fake documents tied it all together. The dementia report linked the apartments, farm, and cabin in a grand fraud scheme to declare her incompetent and seize everything. Now it was time to strike. The counterattack. Weaving the web. Back in her city apartment, Sophia met with her team. Emily, her lawyer friend from nursing school, Dr. Patel, who examined her and certified her sharp as ever, and Marcus, a tech-savvy grandson of a tenant who helped with digital forensics. First, the apartments. Sophia filed for eviction on the unit Daniel had managed, citing unauthorized sublets, Lisa's family crashing there. Evidence, camera footage of them moving in, fake repair bills traced to Daniel's email. The court moved fast, trespassing charges stuck, and the fraud report was debunked. Daniel and Lisa were slapped with $10,000 in damages for intentional sabotage. Next, the farm. Sophia sued for theft of equipment and trespass. Witnesses testified to the farm's pristine condition. The developer appraisal? Proven coerced. Daniel had bribed a surveyor. The incapacity petition crumbled. The judge called it elder abuse. The land was frozen for sale, and Sophia leased it to a young co-op, posting her own update, preserving family roots for the community. The cabin was the knockout. Using Lisa's social media posts as evidence, Sophia's lawyer argued defamation and fraud. The GoFundMe investigated for misleading donors, funds seized and refunded. Lisa's influencer deals dried up. Sponsors fled after the story hit local news. Family tries to swindle elderly widow's empire. Criminal charges followed: forgery of medical docs, Dr. Harlan confessed for $200, conspiracy to defraud. Daniel faced probation, community service, Lisa a suspended sentence and restitution. Epilogue: legacy reclaimed. 6 months later, Sophia sat on her cabin porch, lake waves lapping gently. She'd updated her will, assets to charities for elder care and young entrepreneurs. Daniel sent a letter. "Mom, we learned our lesson. Can we talk?" She didn't reply. Instead, she posted one photo online, a serene lake view, captioned, "Home is where you fight for it. Hashtag underestimated no more." Sophia had won, not just her properties, but her peace. The quiet landlord, the farm guardian, the viral avenger. She was all three and more.